There's a beautiful image in an Old Testament story about prayer. I think that it demonstrates for us this week what the practice of prayer can mean in our lives. This story is about a king named Hezekiah. He's a king in Jerusalem at a time when the army of the Assyrians has waylaced to all of the Middle East, and now they want Jerusalem. They've come and they've surrounded Jerusalem, and they've begun diplomatic messages to see how they're going to find a way to get beyond this conflict. Sennacherib, the king of the Assyrians, wants Jerusalem. He sends a message, a letter to King Hezekiah, and says, "You need to surrender or die." And there's this powerful story in 2 Kings chapter 19. Sennacherib sends this letter, and King Hezekiah gets the letter, and he goes up from the palace up to the temple that Solomon built. And he comes and he lays the letter there on the floor of the temple. And he throws himself before God and he begins to pray. He says, "Lord, you know what Sennacherib has said in this letter, but I know you, and I trust you to take care of the future." And there's this beautiful image of laying out before God in the temple our greatest needs. Now, Sennacherib failed in his attempt to overthrow Jerusalem. Hezekiah went on to live another day. But there is this piece, this image, that when we lay out our lives before the Lord in prayer, that God, who is a personal God, who loves us, hears us. And it brings this peace in our lives, in all circumstances. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're always going to get what we ask for or what we need, but we get what God knows that we require. And that's a beautiful picture of prayer, because prayer changes us. I'm Pastor Eric Spivey at First Baptist Church Cornelia, where we are learning to think, act, and become like Jesus. I hope that you will join us this week as we focus on prayer.